This is the last meal. This is a staple of most prisoners who are incarcerated, ready to be, well, oofed by the end of it. And they normally have a choice of a meal that they'd like to have one last time before their fate normally comes. Throughout history, there has been a whole host of really strange requests, and even some cases where prisoners have asked for things and it's made the news because there's some bizarre things in here, and today we're going to go and cover some of the more strange options that people chose for their last meal before... Oh yes, and if you're wondering, yes, I'm in a different location for now. The set will be getting more permanent soon, but for now, this is where we are. Yes, like I said, some of these requests have included some rather extravagant feasts, whilst others have been some odd combinations of food that one would probably not think to put together. These strange last meal requests have captured the attention of the media and the public alike, and have sparked debates for many, many years.
Perhaps one of the strangest last meal requests was made by a man called James Edward Smith. He was executed on the 26th of June 1990 as a result of the murder of a gas station attendant. Whilst this was capital murder in Texas, this wasn't the story of the hour, as he was more well known for his rather unusual last meal request, which was a lump of dirt. The request was ultimately denied, however, by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice because dirt was not included on the list of approved foods. They instead said that he'd be given something off the regular prison menu. Whilst people aren't entirely sure why he requested this, Texas University soil experts believed that the specific type of soil he requested was commonly eaten in voodoo rituals. So, something of the supernatural, I suppose.
Another strange last meal request was made by a man named Victor Ferger, who was sentenced to death in 1963 for kidnapping and murder. Ferger requested just one thing for his last meal, and that was a single olive with the pit still in. When the olive was delivered, Ferger had yet another request to make. He asked to keep the pit in his mouth for the remainder of his life. It is unknown as to exactly why he made this request and why specifically it had to be an olive, but some people believe that it was more so a statement. The fact that this man was unbreakable, so why not go with the olive still in your mouth? Look, either you're an olive guy or you're not. For me, I could eat them all day. This at the time was so strange in fact, and people also didn't understand why he did this. What makes this even stranger is that Ferger was the last person to be executed in the state of Iowa in 1963, meaning that this has pretty much become somewhat of folklore. One man and his olive, and no one understands why. Please tell me in the comments if you've got any ideas as to why this is the case, because I certainly couldn't find a reason. In 2011, a man named Lawrence Russell Brewer was executed in Texas for his involvement in a racially motivated murder. His last meal request was a prime example of excess and extravagance. Basically, my kind of last meal. He only had the small request of 2 chicken fried steaks, a triple meat bacon cheeseburger, a large bowl of okra with ketchup, a pound of barbecue meat, a half loaf of white bread, 3 fajitas, a meat lover's pizza, a pint of ice cream, and a slab of peanut butter fudge with crushed peanuts. The strange thing about all of this excess and extravagance, however, is the fact that he simply chose to not eat it. So again, a complete waste, and does make you wonder what the statement there was. I'm not going to lie, if I knew that my days were numbered, my appetite might go a little bit too. However, not all last meal requests are these random, strange, potentially political statements that people are making. Some are simply comfort food. For example, John Wayne Gacy, who was executed in 1994 for the murder of 33 young men, requested a bucket of KFC fried chicken, a dozen fried shrimp, a pound of strawberries, and a bottle of Coca-Cola for his last meal. Gacy was known for his love of KFC. Very similar taste to me then. Not the murdering 33 people side of things, I mean the love for KFC chicken. But he did this mainly because he felt that he needed something to remind him of the good times, before, going to prison for murdering 33 people and then being put to death. So, these very strange last meal requests made by death row inmates are a fascinating and bizarre aspect of criminal justice history. From single olives with pits to massive feasts, these requests have captured the attention of the public and sparked debates about the ethics of the death penalty for, well, many, many years. Some of these requests are rather symbolic, others are simply just extravagance, or, well, just something that you want to have before you go. So, I know what you're thinking, what would I have on my last meal? On my last days, what would I pick? A bucket of KFC chicken wouldn't go too far, mind you. What I would love is, I would love to one-up them and have 2 olives. Really pushing the boat out there. So, if you liked that video, here's another one just like it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.